This is BTV News at 9 o'clock, coming to you live from the capital, Gaborone. I am Khomotso Mapani. Let's take a look at the headlines. Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema heads home after a two-day working visit in the country. Low voter turnout, a cause for concern in the Boteti West constituency. And in sports, Ross Branch arrives back home after a sterling performance at the Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia. Interpreting in sign language is Topo Taposa. Good evening. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi this afternoon saw off his Zambian counterpart, President Hakainde Hichilema, who was in Kasane on a two-day working visit. The two presidents engaged in a series of engagements, including official talks, a tour of the Kazungula Bridge, as well as a joint press conference, among others, all of which played a crucial role in strengthening the two countries' bilateral relations and furthering several areas of cooperation. Among the milestones achieved was a memorandum of understanding on immigration technical cooperation, which was signed by the Minister of Home Affairs, Ms. Anna Mokheti, and Zambian Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Mulambu Haimbi. The Vice President, Mr. Slamba Zohani, has expressed dissatisfaction at the low turnout of the ongoing general election voter registration process in the Boteti West constituency. He made an appeal to BOTSWANA to register and vote in order to safeguard the country's democratic principles. Sabaizing Dabuho.
The general election voter registration as a prerequisite to the 2024 general election is a principal eligibility criteria to ensure sustainability of the country's democratic status spanning 57 years. However, the success rate of this exercise is reliant on the voters' willingness to register.
Ere ga gona le mathata gona le go ka ikuelang teng gona le puso e teng kgaolo tse di ko tasi ba ba sa ikwetlisetsang dithopo e manga dinao le go ikwetlisetsa dithopo ka gore le ha tshele le thokana le gore re le sireletse ba rotlhe beng ba lone jaanong ke batla go rotloetsa yalo le lona ba direla puso ba ba mo mahelong a harologanyeng tsayang tshwetso ya gore le ikwetlisetsa dithopo.
Mmele gompieno ke santse ke kopa botsadi gore ba rotloetse bana ba ba nang le dingwaga tse 18 and above gore ba ikwadisetse dithopo ba te ba kgone go dirisa tšhono ya bone ka nako ya dithopo.
The discussion enlightened residents to recognize the voter registration exercise as a step towards appointing a leader who will tackle their concerns. Government officials were ready to respond to some residents' concerns.
The project mo kgaolong ya rona thata di diwa ke di appeal ha go sena nna go tenderwa ya no di appeal di na dintse go tswa ga diegiwa kana ha ka kwa tswella ka selo gona le ngongorega jalo ke dingwe tse leng gore o ithela di dia di thabololo.
One of the main concerns of residents is stock theft. As such, the Vice President proposed that farmers and responsible institutions should call a BISO to map ways of dealing with the problem. BTV News, Recorps.
The Permanent Secretary to the President, Ms. Emma Pelui-Tletse, says Botswana should rest assured that through the Development Managers Model concept, infrastructure projects will be delivered timely, while Botswana contractors will also be given first priority in various projects envisaged to be undertaken countrywide. Ms. Pelui-Tletse said this during an evaluation meeting with the development managers in Gaborone this morning. Monica Sitwaela.
For long, government has been facing challenges of poor implementation and supervision of projects regardless of good policies, which led to loss of public funds. To resolve this matter, last year a development managers model was introduced to better monitor the implementation of infrastructure projects. Subsequently, a team of professionals was appointed as development managers to carry out the task, encompassing the full scope of the work from inception to completion of projects in different areas.
The intention for the DM is that they are project managing. The delivery of the project is the responsibility of Botswana through the local contractors. Purely Botswana local contractors. And if there is no skill or capacity, that is when now we can go out and source.
Development managers appointed in the Chobe region and the northern side of the country say so far everything is going smooth.
We've been appointed to do about 18 projects. Of these 18 projects, it ranges from roads and buildings and housing, schools, hospitals, clinics. And it also includes the Nata Road, which is the 100-kilometer section from Nata to Gweta. We've been working and doing exploratory investigations and scoping and making sure that we do our designs.
We have done EIA preliminary assessments. We've submitted briefs for all the projects to Department of Environmental Affairs in Francistown. We're in discussions with them, expecting feedback anytime this week. We have also done geotechnical surveys for the schools.
Plans are also underway to ensure that locals benefit from this concept.
The critical success factors of this project is not your traditional budget, time, cost, but government want outreach to the communities. They want to empower the citizens, so the locals within the area, they want to build capacity of contractors. They want to local communities to benefit in all aspects, business, supply, and do that.
The 100-kilometer road, not a lot of Botswana can build a 100-kilometer road. We have divided into 3 sections, so we are able to then invite other Botswana who we know are able to maybe do 30-kilometer sections to come and also participate.
Government has planned to construct various projects, including primary hospitals and roads countrywide. Monica Sitwaela, BTV News, Gaborone.
The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, today confirmed in a statement an incident in which 6 general voters' registration books were stolen from a registration clerk engaged at Marobela Main Kotla polling station in the Marobela Mafungo Hubona constituency. According to the statement signed by the IE Secretary, Mr. Jefferson Siamisang, the registration clerk's car was broken into on January 19th, and a bag containing the books was stolen from the car, along with some of the clerk's other possessions. The statement says 2 of the registration books were fully used, while 1 had registered only 2 voters. The other 3 registration books were yet to be used. 52 voters were affected by this incident, while the Commission says it has started tracing the affected registered voters. It is appealing to everyone who registered in Marobela Main Kotla polling station from January 8th to the 19th to report to that polling station for assistance in relation to their registration. Notwithstanding this, the IEC has given assurance that the missing books will not affect the registration outcome at the polling station, the polling district or the constituency. The IEC further appealed for calm as it is working to ensure that there is no reoccurrence of similar incidents. The incident was reported to the police and investigation are ongoing. Moving on to other news, the Agriculture Pathways Initiative, which has been on trial for 3 years now, is already yielding positive results. Moeng College, selected as one of the 2 senior schools in the country for the pilot project, has become a benchmark for other schools. Several senior schools are now preparing to adopt the initiative this year as they witness the success of Moeng College. Mamusi Siska with more.
In 2021, Moeng College and Mount Senior School embarked on the exploration of multiple pathways system through the Education and Training Sector Strategic Plan. Moeng College focused on agriculture while Mount Senior School delved into tourism and hospitality. The initiative has proven successful for Moeng College, utilizing their school premises to produce crops and real livestock, which they are already selling.
Se tswang ka agriculture ka ke dingwe tsa dio tse di molemo thata go rakola maungo ao re le community at large.
We have already gone to Palape Memo to present, to Seruwe, to present to Bomadiba, Bomatsekhe, Bomakonel, those who will be starting similar subjects in their schools. So we are expecting some to come for benchmarking purposes. Otherwise, on our side, we are doing well.
However, the maintenance of infrastructure, crucial for the entire school, and the Pathways Initiative is experiencing delays beyond the expected completion in December last year.
So se emisa tiro ano gore re a go kopa teta go baakanya so se bontsi ba tsona ka re bua yana ba tshwere ditetello tsa gore ba dire yalo engwe a tsone ke plan B.
Tautona wala ha selekeletswa ga go ke gore ha eleng gore tiro tsa puso di teng di dirwe ka bokgabane di dirwe ka bonako di dirwe within budget akere mione tiro ene go supagetse gore setse saletse go morago ka lebakanyana mme motho ka wela ka mahoko a gore se senametsang se kutuleng se motho a ka nona pelo ka mathe ke gore go supaetse gore ditiro tse dingwe tse neng di se mo scope the original scope ga motho a ka dirisa mahoko a ntseng jalo di sa tswa go irile mo go sekwa sekweng ba ministry wa ga Remolale ba re nyang di ka dirwa tsa tswela.
The multiple pathways system, organized in 2 phases, is now ready for phase 2, as 34 senior schools across the country are now gearing up to transform additional practical subjects into the system. Mamusi Siska, BTV News, Moeng College.
In Maung, motorists are pleading with authorities to repair traffic lights in and around town, which have not been operational for some time. The motorists are attributing the high number of road accidents to the faulty traffic lights, which they say cause chaos, especially during rush hour. Khomotseho John.
Maung, with a rapidly increasing population, is experiencing high traffic flows and congestion. Despite this, many traffic lights are not working, a nightmare during rush hour periods. The road users are raising concerns over this, stating road traffic lights are an essential part of reducing the traffic situation in Maung. Therefore, those liable to attend to the situation to do so.
Since di nate mo mau ha dia ka dia bereka hela mo khotsogatsa hela sen cause mo malaitsi a ntha di simolla go tadile mo mau yana ne di khona go bereka nyana ba kantele ke di simolla di sa bereke o gona go rotswa hela o tsa kilometer drive ha o boa go itela bile di se di sule bile di benya hela ha re se tere
re tsa hela yo mongwe a tsena yo mongwe o sa etse gore ke mang o ne a tshwanetse gore a tsene pele go hela e le gore le gone moo go baka dikotsi tse e leng gore way forward ya tsone ke yone e le gore kgante le go hela gore bone ba tlhokomedi ba tsone ke yone ba ka duela dikotsi tsone tseo rona re eletsa gore di bankangwe so that gore re kgone go di dirisa ka gore ke tse di fokotsang mosuke ke tsone tse di laolang mesepele jalo ya ka re lebile di-holiday tsa bo ditayana tse ditona tsone tsa bo Good Friday re soloela gore a go tsena ka dinako tseo diroboto di be di bereka ka gore o tla bo e le gore yaano ba ba tswang le ba ba tsenang ba bantsi.
Maun police says they are aware that road traffic lights have not been operational for extended periods of time and have plans in place to remedy the situation.
Mo diroto ya ka di sa berekiana ra thusa setšhaba maphakela le peak hours tsa maitseboa ra ya kwa ra go controlla traffic mme mo bakgweetsing se re se itemogetseng gore bakgweetsi kwano gantsi ba ba kgweetsa ba nna bonya kana le polisi le ba bitsa ba nna bonya go ba sa nne bofefo gore ba he go se mo sepele gore ba tswe ka bonako mo dirobotong kana le go tsena ka bonako yana ka seemo se sentseng yalo go ira gore traffic e nne telele mme le polisi le go le control yana se re se kopa mo bakgweetseng ke gore aba he go se go laola le ka ha le polisi le ba bitsang ka teng.
Meanwhile, plans to repair these faulty traffic lights are underway.
Tota bo go ja cancel ba tsere tshwetso ya gore ba reke re ka re di dirisiwa tsa go tsamaisa mesepele tse dišwa tse di dirisiwang malatsi a segompieno tse e leng gore diphatse tsa tsone di teng mekeletso ke gore e re ka kgwedi ya April jaaka ngwaga a madi wa puso ta bo simologa re bo re ka reka di dirisiwa tse dišwa ra di tsenya gore dipone tsa rona kana ditsela tsa rona di kgone gore di be di tsamaelana le tsone dipone tse di tsamaisang mesepele a dikoloi di bereka sentle.
Motorists and other road users have been urged to be alert and to practice caution at all times to prevent accidents which might occur due to road traffic lights not working. Khamatsago John, BTV News, Maung.
542 farmers have registered for the Temolotlo program in Kalahari South. The acting sub-district crop production officer at the Ministry of Agriculture in Tabong, Ms. Miriam Musimanyana, says the number is indicative of a positive response from farmers.
Farmers in Kalahari South are taking advantage of late rains to plough their fields. On that note, Ms. Msmenyana calls on those farmers who have not yet registered to plough during this season. On that note, Ms. Msmenyana calls on those farmers who have not yet registered to plough during this season to do so before the end of January closing date. She said Temolotlo was implemented to move the nation towards self-reliance in food production and to ensure that families produce their own food.
Re na le 542 ye le gore registered jaanong ni re na le ba le 230.
To date, 542 farmers have registered for Temolotlo, and already we have processed 213 applications of those who have plowed their fields.
Ke ra gore ne BOTSWANA bone mmekeletso a bone ne le gore tota ba tsele nane ole ba le dirise ba limisi ba go ruhatsa gore ka mannete go limibi gore a tla khone go tsena mo systeming a tla khone gore yana go a tla khone go duelwa.
Farmers saying they will work tirelessly to ensure Temolotlo is a success.
Temolotlo e duela molemi wa trekere hectare tse 4.
All we have to do is plow our fields and Temolotlo will take care of most bills.
Temolotlo be reka dipeo mo gone madi a Temolotlo be reka le one monontsane fetela rona la ha pula ya kgalaga di le nyenyane ga re batle go itsapa ga temokodi wa go tsose o iteka
ya no Temolotlo re maloba re rutua ha nna ke utla go tlo skara tsenya magapu le di
to plow high yield crops.
Re tsenya media la le leblebo le dinawa
me mo kaolo ya rona ya Kalahari ga gona ditrekere la ka tswa go bo streets.
The only challenge is that there are only a few tractors in the district.
That's why we dirisa ditonki.
Farmers using this initiative are expected to contribute 1 bag each per hectare of their produce towards the country's grain reserve. BTV News, Omawene Farms.
A 4.2 million pula project of an export-certified mobile poultry abattoir earmarked to revolutionize small-scale farming is set to take off in Sohope. The infrastructure has been certified to slaughter up to 1,500 chickens daily. The project, which has been awarded to South African company JF Equipment, is expected to be completed in 12 weeks. Karabo Mulusi.
The 4.2 million pula worth project awarded to a South African company, JF Equipment, with a 30% allocation to local companies through the Economic Inclusion Act, is scheduled for completion in 12 weeks, concurrent with the fence installation.
The abattoir is constructed with all its components. Is going now to adjust so that we can come and realign to the civil works. The component that's the chiller plant, there's the water treatment plant. It's a food hygiene, it's a veterinary.
You will be amazed. You will be proud of it. You'll bring your families here to visit. You'll be picnicking with your kids out there, I promise. I'm very glad to accept this commission. We will be on time and in budget.
This is yet another promise delivered by the government in her commitment to unlock unemployment opportunities for Botswana and develop a citizen-driven, led economy.
This is one of the best projects I've ever seen in terms of impact, in terms of inclusivity. This project is only 4.2 million pula. This is very strategic.
Matlhabelo ke a o ba gaetsho a ra diriseng re itshetse re jese lehatsi le go exporta ra ipakanya gore le khone gore le ise ko mahatseng a sele.
The historic milestone triggered a moment of jubilance on the farmers and the community, reflecting on the 12 years waiting period, preliminary work and perseverance.
Benchmarking yo the tokahalang re dirile re ituelela me mo bogompieno ra tshwanelwa ke gore re kopane le barui ba bangwe ba dikuku re batla gore ha ra go ntsha dikuku re barui ba dikuku mo kgaolong re be re ntsha kuku engwe hela e tshwanang.
After completion of the infrastructure, government will continue to provide technical support to the Masebotse Poultry Processing and Marketing Cooperative Society for 5 years during operation. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Sohope.
Tourism operating companies continue to appoint more Botswana to managerial positions. And beyond, a local tourism company that runs camps in the Okavango Delta is one of those which continue to empower citizens by appointing them in different managerial positions. Love more, Mario.
Previously, Botswana were reported to be less in senior and managerial positions within the tourism sector, which is the second largest contributor to Botswana's gross domestic product. Following the government's plea for Botswana to be empowered within this sector, and beyond is one of those companies which continues to promote the locals to different senior positions to run their operations. Mr. Tato Shumbani, who started as a waiter, rose through the ranks within the company and was recently appointed as one of the relief camp managers in Ngcabeja Okavango tented camp.
It was quite a huge responsibility for me to move from a waiter into being a lodge administrator. Then 2018, I've been there for a year, of which I did very well. I feel I did very well because I also received some positive feedback from our Johannesburg team headquarters, our regional manager, our regional manager, and then after that, 2020, I was again promoted into a guest relations manager. that is where I am right now.
56 years old Ms. Kilibile Mandiako, who is one of the longest serving employees, having worked as a housekeeper for 23 years and now heading that unit, says her life has changed and improved more than she expected.
Ha ke ntse yana motho e le gore ke go godimo ile ka ntata and beyond interetse dilo tse di tala ka diata mo ile gore ke motho ke khona go tshitsa bongwana ke ka yone ke ne interetse di khakhamatso tse di kana kana ke leboga le go modimo gore and beyond in tshitse mona ke le mo go teng ke go godimo hela ya ka mo le mongwe ke khona go jisa bongwana ke khona go jisa ba family ami ke sala ke berekile ga se ke go pe ka re ntira do se dinte se ke di thoka mo botshelong jwa me le ona magwa ka bo ka sebele ba nthata ba khona go bua le nna kana go tsothe that's why ke ntse mo NBO ne di bakale le kana ke sena mathata ape a lo rang khoreletsa gore ke togele tiro ka gore le bana bongwana ke ba khona go takwana ba nketela le family ame ya le teresa ga gore iteka kwano go sena mathata ape kompone ya le tasengwe le sengwe se ile gore ka se bata ka se kopa mo NBO ne nthusa ka sone.
Ke rata tiro ya me ka gore ke kopana le makgowa ba ba tswang go mahatsing a harologaneng go nthuta gore ke kgone go ithuta le nna ka dingwao tse di harologaneng tsa batswakwa le bone hela ya lo re ba rute ya ka re tshela mo Botswana le bogogi jo re nana jo ha le jone bo ba re supporta re letelwa go tsena dikolo gape ntse re tsweletse re bereka ke sa tswa go ya dikolo le nna ngwa go hitileng ke le ka go ikoketsa yalo.
Of late, Botswana continues to express interest in venturing into tourism sector and its activities, more especially within the Okavango Delta. Lovemore Mario, BTV News, Ngabega.
And Taborang Semetlela is standing by to give us the latest in sports. Ntebo.
Hello, Khomos.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. I'm the resting this weekend. So I don't want you to go into it.
I'm not going to say anything about AFCON. Please proceed, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Khomo. So this is Botswana Tonight Sports News. I am Taborang Sebetlela. Local motorbike hero Ross Branch arrived home this afternoon after making history at the 2024 Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia, where he finished second in the motorbike category. Branch touched down with a silver trophy for finishing second in this year's edition to become the first African rider to finish on podium position. Indian hero motorsport rider Branch proved to be the best in the world as he won stages of the Dakar Rally, which gave an advantage to finish second behind American Ricky Brabeck of Monster Energy Honda. Branch says his success will go a long way to motivate local upcoming riders to work to see themselves representing the country at the world stage.
Incredible, you know, it was the longest and toughest Dakar I've done by far, and just you know, coming home to a welcome like this is absolutely incredible, and it's just made my whole year so much better. You know, finishing on the podium was a dream come true, but this is an even bigger dream for me, to come home to so many happy people, and hopefully I have inspired the younger generation to take the leap and go for it and give it a go, because, you know, follow your dreams and nothing's impossible. But just so happy to be home, and it's been a while to get home, but this has definitely made my day for sure. It was a tough race. You know, the second week I was all alone. I didn't have any teammates, and yeah, that's probably one of the hardest weeks of racing I've done. But yeah, you know, the strategy paid off, and we didn't give up. We fought to the end, and unfortunately I didn't get the win, but I'm really happy with the second. No, we had so many tough stages. There was 3 or 4 stages that I can remember that were really bad for us, and I lost too much time. But that's rally, you know. I'm just happy to be at the finish line in one piece. It was extremely rough one. It claimed a lot of riders this year, and a lot of guys crashed out and suffered some mechanical failures. So for us to get through was already a win, and then to finish on the podium was a bonus for us. So really happy to be here, and yeah, like I say, I'm ecstatic with the overall result.
Local beach volleyball duo of Tirawane Utimile and Rone Elias defeated the South African pair of Lunga Vilagazi and Heko Gutha by 2-0 at the Zone 6 beach volleyball tour held at Marabu Rocks courts in Gaborone. The fourth series of the Gaborone has attracted teams from 8 countries. Tlamelo Muntsusi reports.
Utimile and Elias came into this encounter under a bit of pressure, having lost the opening match against Namibian pair and therefore needed to win today's match to avoid early elimination from the tournament. In the opening set, the local duo came out blazing, taking the hitting winners on a regular basis to take the lead. Utimile and Elias never allowed the South African pair to settle as they captured the set 21-13. With their backs against the wall, Vilagasi and Gutha tried to make a match of it in the second set. However, Utimile and Elias were in no mood to relinquish control of the contest, blasting winner after winner to eventually secure the set 21-14, walking away with 2-0 victory as the South Africans bowed out of the tournament.
We targeted their 12 attacker because we're passing is up to scratch, so that Alekeroya hard balls only, and then our blocker can get those balls. Or highly uncomfortable, so if you could look at most of our points, nearly our transition from Komarago, Kiliza, and then we score. Okay, never save a break, but a lot of our points nearly on defense, where we get balls from behind and then we recover.
No, I wouldn't put pressure on ourselves. I mean, judging by this is our first zona, so we are taking it one game at a time, one tournament at a time as well. So yeah, we are pushing and we are trying not to put pressure on ourselves.
In another thrilling encounter, Osvaldo Mongwe and Jose Mandlane from Mozambique defeated Zimbabwe's duo of Matthew Samanyane and Mefru Simdumbu. The men from Pearl of Indian Ocean put up a sterling performance to take the match in 2 sets of 21-14 and 21-14.
Our concentration was something very important to win the game, because we know that if we lose our concentration, maybe the things can be very hard.
The thing is, we've been training so far, and these guys, they always train. They've got a beach, so it's kind of difficult. And the sand was kind of hot today, so we were getting used to the sand.
The Zone 6 beach tour continued tomorrow as players use it to gain crucial points towards continental rankings, which is used to qualify for various lucrative international tournaments. Tlamelo Muntsusi, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And now on to women football. Double Action head coach William Monene says they will do all in their power to get maximum points when they take on Mazoti FC and Gaborone City Regional Football Association Week 2 encounter on Saturday. Monene highlighted this during the team's training session here in Gaborone. Kariso Malelekwa with the details.
Defending champions Double Action go into the weekend game highly motivated after a convincing 3-0 victory over Presence Ladies last weekend. According to Coach Monene, despite their good start, there's still a lot to improve in their camp. He further said they've studied their opponents very well as they've played them in the losers final of the FA Cup last year, which they won by 4-1, and they'll be pinning their hopes in the experience of national team players such as goalkeeper Bami Mukime, strikers Lesaore Diakanyo and Lumo Senelo, among others.
I'm very satisfied with the way we are playing at the back. Where we have to improve is our midfield three, because we introduced a new player in the midfield three, because the other player who have been playing there is injured, which is Nuluberi. So we're introducing another new player. She's a youngster. Sarati Mudisenyan. So that's why I think going forward we have to improve there. Even our striking force, we're creating chances, but we're not converting on time. I think the last game we played against Mazoti, it was the FA game, which we won, is it 6-1 or 5-1, somewhere there. But I was not there on that game. But I managed to watch the game against, when they were playing against the FC Ambassadors, they won 3-2. It's a youthful side with a youthful coach. But I know how I'm going to play my match so that we can, at the end of the day, can become the winners of the game on Saturday evening.
Mazoti FC head coach Eric Bolosang, on the other hand, although they are rookies in the Division 1 league, they will also work hard to collect maximum points against defending champions. Mazzotti also started the league on the right foot after defeating FC Ambassadors by 3-2 in the first game of the season. He also noted that playing against Double Action in the FA Cup last year gave them an idea of how to approach the game, and they'll be pinning their hopes on Lindiwe Jamison and Ronald Aupiti, who scored a brace against FC Ambassadors on the league opener.
We try to look at how they play and understand a bit of playable hale. So le rona re be re tsa game ya rona bo helo ya FA Cup ne re tshameka le bone mo losers finally. So we take the two elements and bring them together and say, okay, fine, re like a haka, how do we better prepare for next time ba re thulagantse sen again. We have issues like Bonner, we know they're very good with aerial balls, but tshameka ball a bit more direct, and rona we try to be a bit more possessive. So now we need to know how to break those lines to be better prepared for such situations.
In another divisional leg scheduled for Saturday, UB Kicks takes on Securities teams at 9 a.m. Both games are scheduled for the Giri Football Center in Gaborone. Kariso Morelekwa, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
And now Security Systems Ladies assistant coach Samuel Nkwanana says that 2-1 loss to Gaborone United this past Saturday will not hinder their preparations for the weekend fixture as they visit UB Kicks on Saturday at Ligiri Football Center in Gaborone Regional Football Division 1 League Week 2 encounter. Katlego Khakwele and Michelle Sekopo has more.
Nkwanana said they go into the Saturday fixture without any injuries. He further pointed out that his team fought very well despite their loss to GU over the weekend, and their aim is to collect all the 3 points as they face UB Kicks on Saturday.
We're playing against a giant like ourselves. We lost 2-1. From there we talked to our girls. We motivated them to say, in football, there's always a lesson learned from every game. You would win some and lose some. Therefore, during our recovery, and we mapped a way forward. And now we are going to play UB Kicks on Saturday. Therefore, we are starting the session today with the hope that we are going to improve on our tactics. Where we failed, we're going to improve.
UB Kicks ladies, on the other hand, did not manage to play their fixture last weekend as their game against Big Sisters was postponed. Coach Matlogonolo Mokosi, however, said, just like Systems, their aim is to get maximum points on Saturday. He further noted that they go into the Saturday game injury-free, and he's confident that his ladies will deliver come Saturday.
Have a normal preparation, yes, looking at what they have, and then how we need to counter what they are bringing on Saturday. Yes, I mean, that's basically our focus of our preparation. Yeah, for a start, we try not to concede, yes, and then thereafter, then we look forward to try to get something positive. I mean, that's basically what will be our approach going to the weekend.
UB Kicks and Security Systems game will be played at Likidi East Football Ground at 9 o'clock on Saturday. Katlego Khakwele, BTV Sport, Tlokweng.
As AFCON group stages came to an end last night, in Group E, Mali and Namibia made it to the round of 16, with Namibia dramatically making it to the stage for the first time in history, following the 1-1 draw in their last Group E encounter with Mali. The neighboring South Africa also proceeded to the second round after they held the former Giants Tunisia to a 0-0 draw, ending the Carthage Eagles AFCON championship dreams. Morocco also followed suit, booking themselves a slot at the round of 16 after knocking out Zambia by 0-0 in Group F, securing 7 points in overall. Another interesting qualification is that of DR Congo, who made it to the round of 16 with just 3 points after eliminating Tanzania with a goalless draw last night. 16 African nations have qualified for the next round, with the next fixture scheduled to begin on Saturday, starting with Angola taking on Namibia at 7 p.m., while Nigeria faces Cameroon at 10 p.m. As for Sunday, 28th, Equatorial Guinea will battle up with Guinea at 7 p.m., while Egypt faces DR Congo at 10 p.m. On Monday, Cape Verde will take on Mauritania at 7 p.m., whereas the defending champion Senegal, who are looking well reserved to defend the title, will be up against the host Ivory Coast at 10 p.m. Lastly, on Tuesday, Mali will battle against Burkina Faso, while Morocco will skirmish against South Africa at 10 p.m. From our sports desk, that was all we had for you tonight. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time. Now back to Khomoso to give you the back hats.
Thank you so much, Ntebo. We don't have a beach, but we will certainly create one and win while we're at it. Straight facts. In fact, last year when we were hosting the same competitions, Botswana triumphed. So we are going to create a beach and win. So that sand is very soft. I don't know where they collect it, but it's very soft. It's beach sand. Anything is possible. The next thing we will be playing ice hockey because we can create ice.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ntebo. Until we meet again tomorrow, ma'am. Have yourself a fantastic evening. That was Ntebo giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema heads home after a 2-day working visit in the country. Low voter turnout a concern in the Boteti West constituency. And in sports, Ross Branch arrives back home after a sterling performance at the Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia. That's all that we had for you in our news bulletin this evening. Up next is the weather update. BTV News Ikanya Rona. #BW Mindset Change at a chain.
Good evening and welcome. The weather forecast tonight is brought to you by Kumo Sasel Monarch. This evening, clouds are visible over some areas of our country. We're expecting some isolated thunder showers over Kalahari district. Tomorrow, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions over the entire country with some isolated thunder showers expected over Hansi, Kalahari, southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweneng district. In the morning, we're expecting some hot temperatures over Ngamile and Hansi, Kalahari, southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweneng district. Over the remaining areas, we're expecting some warm temperatures. And in the afternoon, we're expecting very hot temperatures over Hansi, Kalahari, southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweneng district. We're expecting maximums of 36 to 38 degrees Celsius. Over Ngamile and Chobe, central and northeast, we're expecting some hot afternoon temperatures with maximums of 33 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Now looking at the weekend forecast on Saturday and Sunday, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers over southern Southeast Gauteng and Kweneng district with some hot afternoon temperatures. Over Hansi and Kalahari, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Saturday and Sunday with some hot afternoon temperatures. Over Chobe and Ngamiland, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Sunday with some hot afternoon temperatures. And over southern, central, and northeast district, we're expecting some isolated thunder showers on Saturday and Sunday with some warm afternoon temperatures. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good evening.
In area Bosheng, Councilor ya Francistown e simolola go thuba dikago tse bagobi ba botlana tse ba ntseng ba gweba teng go tlhaloswa fa go ne go seka fa molaong. Mogoledi wa councilor eo Re Stephen Motlogelo a re ba setse taelo ya kgotlakgolo ya ditsheko ya Francistown e ntshitsweng gola gore